B, C, D, and E all combined now. A massive field. And this is superb racing. At the front end is George Besaidnout, Ian Ellis, and of course Keegan Pottas. They'll be the men to watch out for. But have a look at the battle for B's as well. Vaughan Albedal in the Rizzling and On the Track Racing magazine Porsche is certainly going to give Harvey Marais a run for his money. Mark Harvey Wallbanger has been the class of the field in terms of Class C. Let's see what he can do now with this big field of cars to deal with.
Oh, Greg, how do 30-odd cars fit around this track? You can see them all the way coming through. The leaders have already crossed the line and there's still cars coming out of the last turn. So it really is fabulous to see so many cars. And this is Extreme Festival of Motorsport action at its best.
Bruce Turner in the Kalex BMW there, right on the tailpiece of this man, Lucas Besaidnout, the big boss of Pretoria North Toyota, in his Lexus. And up the inside of Robertson. No answer there coming out of Louis Robertson. Looks like there might be an issue on that Polo. Oh, speaking of issues, Golf 2s and 924s coming together. Eddie Leach side by side there with the 924 of Aubrey, and fortunately both of them got through.
Oh, Greg, I don't know where to look. What I do know is that George Besaidnout is out front, and it's that man Harvey Marais leading in the Bs at the moment, but he's under threat from a lot of very fast drivers right on his tail.
Yeah, look at how they're starting to spread out though. At the front end, it's, as you said, Besaidnout 100%. The Ellis boys right on his tail. Quan Chai's there, Yanni van Rooyen, and then Harry Arangis. The lights are on in the back, as you can see Class B starting to catch on Class A. Vaughan Albedal starting to make his way through in that on-the-track racing machine. And in Class C, Mark Harvey Wallbanger going at it side by side. We just caught a glimpse of him further back. But look at this, Keegan Pottas, the danger man from the previous round, in that little CRX, is starting to throw it in amongst the big cars here. And have a look at how he starts to put the pressure onto, firstly, Lucas Besaidnout and Louis Robertson, but he's closing in onto the back end of Arangis in the 944 Turbo Porsche.
Now, further down the field, Wayne Hall in Class E, he's the man to beat out there. But George Besaidnout in that Nissan Primera, still the man leading on track at the moment. And you can see pulling out a little bit of a lead now to the rest of the field. And it's going to be hard to catch that man. But like you said, this mid-pack dice, that is where all the action is at.
Kalex BMW there just ahead of Harvey Marais. Here comes Albedal round the outside, and of course he's going around the outside of Mad Martin Buerta, ex-rally champion in that little Toyota. He races that Toyota not only in triple ones but also in the historic categories, so that's how good that little car is. Check these two Porsches coming side by side here into turn 4. That could usually end up in tears. Hopefully they both get through there. Further back, Eddie Leach, Ishmael Beloy, we've already seen them in action today, so there's a couple of guys who've had a really busy day here at the Extreme Festival.
Now, speaking of busy days, those marshals with the blue flag, their arms, they must be getting arm pump waving those blue flags, because there's racing action everywhere. Ryan Quanchai brakes squealing as he goes into the final turn, unfortunately losing out there to Harry Arangis, so I've demoted down into what is 5th or 6th position at the moment.
Look at the pressure being applied here by the Polo. It's Ian Ellis all over the back of George Besaidnout. Only a couple of laps to go now. Big pressure coming for Class B as well. Here comes Albedal onto the back of Harvey Marais. Mad Martin Buerta in there as well. And right on Buerta's tail is George Iceland. So 4 cars as Eddie Leach gets it out of shape in the Golf 2. Wow, well done Ishmael Beloy for not tagging him again. The two of them came together now and unfortunately crashed over the braking marker. There's the big incident though. That was all about Schneiders and Eddie Leach coming together, calling the safety car. Safety car's back in. We're racing again.
And it's still that man, George Besaidnout, in the Silver Dream Racer. He's still out front, but Ian Ellis right on his tail now, so this could really play in to the favor of the VW man there in 2nd position. As you can see now on the brakes, as I say that, Rowan Ellis there making a huge mistake going into turn number 2 and doing a great job to stay on track, but he's demoted down now a couple of places.
One of the fastest Golf 1s in the country there with Rowan Ellis at the wheel, so he'll be able to make up a little bit of ground here. Back on board with Mark Harvey Wallbanger, and Harvey's hanging on for Class C's win here. He's long way ahead of Zander Rus and Philip Meyer, his good friend, in the second of those 924 Porsches. But at the front end now, I mentioned Keegan Pottas in that CRX. He's back in it, and he's now looking for a win. He's closed a couple of drivers down. Oh, he's on the dirt! Hello! Got to the dirt to stay ahead of Arangis. Arangis will probably have a little bit of extra tyres. No, in fact, he loses out. He just keeps it buried. There's no holding back.
This is going to be the fastest lap time ever seen around Zwartkops, because he literally took 2Ks of the track out there. As we come on board here with Lucas Besaidnout onto the front straight now, shifting through the gears, going into turn 1. It's fast in turn 1 in these cars is really flat out floored action. That pedal is through the floorboard, if not more, as they come now into turn 2, into the final stage of the race. It's still George Besaidnout out front, and you can see tyre squealing and tyre smoke everywhere around the racetrack.
Kurt Bakewell starting to get in the mix there. The G&H Transport BMW just ahead of Mad Martin Buerta and George Iceland. Ishmael Beloy and Chad Tendershot, they're still fighting hard. Checkered flag is beckoning, and it is going to be the Accolade and Forkman Nissan Primera to take another victory in Triple Ones. Yes, indeed, George Poseidon wins out. Ehlers comes through for second and third. Harry Aranji has been beaten to the line there by Rowan Ehlers. Keegan Potters comes through for fifth. Class B going to Vaughan Albidal, Harvey Murray, and Martin Buerta just behind them with George Iceland in third. In the Class C's, it's Mark Harvey Wallbanger beating Zander Roos and Philip Meyer. Henning won out Class D's ahead of Tender Shate and Craig Buerta, and E was Wayne Wall.
So I broke out from Class C to B, which was really unfortunate. But second race was great, really tough racing. And yeah, all in all, car was great. Rhett did an extremely good job again, and a brilliant day.
We come back to the Arena of Motorsport at Zwartkops for the next round. It's the distance day on the 3rd of September, and we'll catch you all there for all the action.